Alright, I'm back. We got some Single Hill Brewing. This one is BlackBeak Black IPA. It says bright hops, smooth body. And I'm not sure what's going on here. We got maybe a black bird of some sort. And I was going to say that was a snake, that green branch or whatever. But it doesn't look like a branch, doesn't look like a snake. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Anyhow, let's see. This one's brewed in my city, Yakima, Washington. We got 6.5 ABV. Looks like it's canned the 16th of November, 2022. Let's crack it. Give it a taste, and then we will get right into this shave. This one's got some carb on it. A little bit of carbonation, coming out a little bit fuzzy. Black IPA here, and or Cascadian Dark Ale. Definitely's got some carb to it. I didn't pour it that vigorously, but we got like 4 fingers of a light tan brown color head. Definitely get a lot of that dark roast off of the nose of this one. Let's see if we can dive right into it, huh? All right. So that was actually pretty good. You definitely get like a medium roast on this one. Sort of like a roast you would get from black coffee. There's also some bitterness that's cutting through that's quite deep as well. A little bit of sweetness. Let me go in for another round here. First beer of the night. That first swig is kind of jarring, so you got to go in for another one after your palate's already been coated. Okay, definitely getting some sweetness though. It's not overly sweet, but it definitely has a little bit of malty sweetness underneath, along with that roast. It doesn't come across like cream and coffee though. It's like totally separate things. It's kind of like a bready sweetness, and then that dark black coffee. Still very tasty though. I'm a fan of black IPAs. They're kind of a niche style, but I'm a fan of them. All right, let's get right into this shave. We got a collaboration between Southern Witchcrafts and the Razor Company and our good friend in the wet shaving community, Shaving with Raza, did the label on this one, and I really kind of like the picture he got going here. The barber pole with the crow on top, full moon, and then we got a skull with like branches growing up out of the soil. So really cool. You can see there we got scent notes: patchouli, bergamot, sandalwood, lavender, basil, and musk listed prominently right on the front label there. Very nice. No side label on this one, no bottom label on this one, but if you really wanted to, you could Google the ingredients and so forth. This is a nice vegan base from Southern Witchcrafts. That is the artisan. Southern Witchcrafts makes one hell of a soap, if you did not know. I'm going to go ahead and get to lathering, and we will talk a bit about it. So the reason I chose this soap today is because our brother, Shaving with Raza, has experienced a massive tragedy. And it's not my place to speak on the business portion of it, but let's just say it's fucking sad. It's my worst nightmare. You hate to see it. Raza's such a good guy. It's just like, why do bad things happen to good people? Anyhow, so the community has basically started the hashtag We Love You Raza Week. So it's basically the whole week we're going to be doing shaves that either remind us or Raza, some of Raza's favorite products, some products that Raza may have had a hand in putting his artwork on the label, stuff like that. So that is what kind of the core reason for this shave is today, is just to show support and appreciation for Raza, because he's such a good dude. He hasn't made content for a while, but probably rightfully so, knowing what we know now. But definitely a good dude. He's made his mark on the community. Pretty much unanimously loved. Except for people that block him, unblock him, block him and unblock him, block him and unblock him. Raza will know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, Raza's such a good dude. And, the multiple pieces of art that he has provided for numerous artisans in the wet shaving community, like, he hasn't missed. He always does a good job on the artwork. And even before that, he made really nice content, really calming, well thought out content. I've actually spent many evenings on Facebook chats, IG chats. Not any time recently, but I've spent many evenings chatting it up with Raza. Even to the point where we kind of night owled it, and everybody left the chat, and it was just me and him, and we kept going for hours. Gonna be using the old Henckels Friodur today. Beauty of a razor. Got the old jelly bean scales. Anyhow, the scent on this one, it's supposed to be kind of a gothic barbershop, hence the barber pole out there. What looks like in the desert or something, just absolutely stranded. Maybe it's kind of like a haunted forest type deal with the crow and the roots growing up. I don't really know, but the supposed to be kind of a gothic barbershop. Southern Witchcrafts always puts like a dark twist on all of their scents. Well, I shouldn't say all of their scents, but the majority of them. Some of them, the only thing dark about it is the name that they give it. But for the most part, they definitely try to put like a gothic or dark medieval twist on a lot of their offerings. And this one, while I don't think it's a dark scent, it's definitely a different barbershop. I think it's lavender and musk forward, and then I think the, what is it? Patchouli sandalwood. I think it's in the base and in the heart, but they're not prominent. They just kind of keeps it at like this warm heart. And then what's dominant is the lavender and musk. And then the bergamot and basil is just there to add a little bit of brightness, a little bit of sweetness to the mix. I do enjoy this one. It's not my go-to barbershop, not my favorite barbershop in the game. As a matter of fact, Southern Witchcrafts has their own separate barbershop called Desertology, which is kind of the practice of grooming the dead at kind of like the funeral home, whatever the hell that's called, I forgot. Mortuary? Something like that. Anyways. And I think Deserology is a better barbershop than this one, for my taste. But still a good scent. It's not a bad scent. It's just different. I could definitely still see the barbershop vibes with the musk and basil, lavender. I could still get the barbershop vibes. It's just a little bit different, you know what I mean? Alright, past one went well. One thing I am going to do, I'm going to add a little bit more water to this lather. It's not that it was lacking slickness per se, but I did notice it kind of drying out with that long intro and kind of a long pre-production. I actually dunked my phone into the sink full of water before this shave, so I'm actually hoping the audio comes out good. It's something I'm going to have to check before I upload. So yeah, this soap was sitting on the counter for quite a while, and probably lost a little bit of its hydration while it was sitting there. But absolutely no problems with Southern Witchcrafts vegan base. It's a little bit older base at this point, but at one point it was my favorite vegan base. Really good stuff, all the slickness in the world, good density, you know, the whole 9 yards. What I always say is if it worked back then, it'll work now. And it is working now. A little bit of water, bring that thing right back to life. I like my lathers a little bit thicker as well, so I definitely don't mind straight razor shaving with a thick lather. I know a lot of people like to crutch on the quality of the lather, and you know, it just needs to be really hydrated in order to get a good straight razor shave. And I think that's just bullshit. I think that's just a crutch. Do I recommend it? Yeah, sure. It's always good to have a lot of hydration in your lather. Is it necessary? No. I shave with thick Ken Surfs lathers all the time. Doesn't bother me none. Okay. So back to our combo about our brother Raza. One thing the community always got a good laugh out of was how prominent, how dense Raza's beard growth was. And as a straight razor shaver, if you honed one of his razors, you're basically like biting your fingernails down to the nub and walking on eggshells, because he was basically just like the edge killer. Like nothing was sharp enough for the beard of Raza, and it was always a good point to you know, make fun and laugh about just how seriously dense Raza's growth was. And when he found, you know, when he found an edge that worked for him, he pretty much had to stick with it. Because not a lot of honers were living up to the task of making an edge keen enough to shave his beard. Another thing, Raza's such a nice dude. But in those chats, he was not opposed to giving up his real feelings. I'm not saying he was fake on his content or anything like that, because I don't believe he was. But he wasn't slandering anybody, you know what I mean? He wasn't abrasive with his comments like I can be. But in those chats, he wasn't afraid to give up his real thoughts and opinions with his friends. And I really appreciated that he was not wanting to slander anybody on his content that's gonna sway people's opinions, possibly. Like, he had a lot of integrity. And but it was fun chopping it up, kind of hearing about the community members or artisans that rubbed him the wrong way, or the scents that he didn't like. It was always good fun hanging out with Raza in those late night chat rooms. I really appreciated those times when he kind of had more time to chop it up with the community. But he was a busy dude, and especially when his talents took off in our wet shaving community, making labels for various artisans. A lot of us were real proud and really went out of our way to purchase those soaps just to support Raza, just because he was such a good dude. And I really like seeing the community. Obviously, the little bit older members, like the 2 to 4 year members that really knew Raza pretty damn well, all the way up to the brand new to 2 year wet shavers that are hyped about wet shaving now, and are really going down the rabbit hole now. It seems like, regardless of their knowledge of Raza, everybody understands the pain of a loss, and everybody just wants to show love and support, and I just think that's fucking awesome. So please look into it if you want to jump in on We Love You Raza Week. Is that what it is? Yeah. I'll definitely put the hashtag in this video in case I got it wrong, but I think it's We Love You Raza Week. Anyhow, definitely, if you have a soap that he's done the label on, or if you check his Instagram, kind of see what some of his favorite stuff is, and then try to use that stuff if you have it. Whatever it is. Let's just show Raza some love. I'm sure he needs it right now. I could not imagine being in that situation. And I just wanted to kind of share my stories that I had, with Raza. And just kind of reminisce. Definitely a good dude and deserving of all our support right now. Okay. We got a wonderful shave. Southern Witchcrafts did its part. The Henckels Friodur, as per usual, gave me a killer shave. I don't have the matching aftershave product, so I'm going to pick another unique, different barbershop. This was also kind of a dark barbershop, was kind of how it was marketed. I like this one, probably 5 times better than whatever the hell it is. Gothorum Tonstrina. The Haberdasher from Strike Old Shave, I like it a lot more. But they're both good scents. quality industry standard restrictor right there. This one just has more sweetness, kind of some more floral going on, less musk for sure. This one's very unique, actually. I don't think this one is a dupe per se, but I really like the scent on this one. I wouldn't mind smelling like an old man, or wearing this if I was an old man. This is some good shit. This is a good barbershop. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Please go show Raza some love. Hashtag we love you, Raza. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Probably doing another Raza shave, so look forward to that. But cheers guys. Catch you on the next one.